Hi, and thank you for listening. This is Andrea. Thank you for joining me once again and listening and to my videos. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and also like and share if you can. I appreciate it. First of all, I am doing a video like this. It's audio only because I'm still having some technical difficulties with doing an actual video. So thank you for understanding that. But it also, this is good because it allows you to focus on what I'm saying versus on what you're seeing on the screen. Okay, let's get right to it. This video is about law of attraction, manifesting, and specifically attracting the love that you want in your life. That could be attracting a particular type of relationship, attracting certain men in your life, women in your life. This could be the reason you may have an interest in this, may also be because maybe you're tired of attracting the type of person you have been. You know, maybe you're at that point where you're asking that question, why am I attracting the same either type of men, type of relationships, situations, and you're ready to take control and try to attract what you actually really want. Now, if you already know what that is great. Because there is one thing you absolutely need to do for this to be able to work for you, is you have to know what you want. You have to know what you want, and you have to be careful of telling yourself things such as, I just want love, or I just want someone to love me. I had a friend that used to say that all the time. And I'd heard her repeatedly say that. And one day I stopped her and I said, you keep saying that, but what you're actually telling the universe is, send me someone that's capable of loving me or saying I love you. But he can be crazy, sadistic. He can be a sociopath. He can beat the crap out of me every day, but as long as he loves me, as long as he says he loves me. Well, but that's not what you want, and that's not what you want. So the first thing you have to do is be honest with yourself. Now, before we get too deep into this conversation, let me tell you, this is not, if you're just now trying to learn the law of attraction, learn how to manifest, this is not the first video you should be listening to. Even though maybe what you specifically want to learn that for is because you want to be able to attract love into your life, this should not be the first video you listen to. You still need to learn the basics of the law of attraction and manifesting. And I'm not going to go over that right now. I've done other videos. You can search through my videos. I've done other videos that actually, go into it, telling you everything you need to know to be able to use the law of attraction and to be able to manifest. So you need to start there. Okay, so for those of you who have already studied the law of attraction and manifesting, yes, you are ready for this video. Although this video may teach you some things you haven't learned already. Okay, so like I said, number one, if you're taking notes, the first thing is define it. Define what you want. Clearly know what you want. And the more specific you're being, the better. If somebody were to ask you, can you describe that person to them? I mean, almost describe them to them as though you're describing a person you actually know well. Can you say, some of the qualities they may have? Are they a great communicator, or are they more quiet and reserved? Are they very upbeat, positive, full of energy? Are they more of a homebody? What are they into? Is this someone that likes the arts? Is this somebody who's good with their hands? Is this the person that no matter what breaks in your house, they'd be able to fix it? Or is this the person that's more of an intellectual type? Is this a person that enjoys time spent with friends and family? Is this a person that loves going on vacation and traveling? What is it? Who is it that you're trying to attract? And this should be based on you and what you want and who would be a match for you. Financially, even, what's their makeup like financially? Is this a person who is more of an entrepreneur, or is this the hardworking 9-to-5 person? Is this the person that maybe is financially secure? What is it that you want? Let me give you an example also. If you're trying to attract, let's say, a wealthy man or woman, you have to be able to know, even in that situation, what it is you're trying to attract. You would have to know what the qualities of that person may be, what their makeup may be. Because you're going to have to end up conveying this to the universe. And that's very important. And that's why I'm saying the first thing you have to do is clearly know what you want. And kind of be able to, I'm going to use the word imagine it. Okay, normally I would say visualize it, but I'm gonna make it easier for you, and I'm gonna use the word imagine it, because some of you will say, well, I'm not good with visualizing. Imagine it in your own way, and that might be by visualizing it. It might be by, you can imagine it like it's more of a feel. You can imagine it in your head as it's defined, even if you're not visualizing it. So I'm going to say imagine it, because that's wherever your focus goes is how the universe is going to know what you want, because it's the universe that is going to orchestrate this person coming to you. So the universe doesn't exactly understand you sitting down and saying, okay, universe, this is what I want, and talking it out. The universe understands looking at you and going, oh, okay, I owe that person something. What are they focused on? What is their mind always on? Not 2 weeks ago, for 15 minutes, what did they tell me? The universe doesn't work like that. The universe literally goes, what is their mind always on? What are they always focused on? Okay, notice by me saying that, that's letting you know the universe is cumulative. What I mean by that, it's not just the universe going, oh yeah, I remember, let me look back through my notes because he did tell me what they were looking for a week ago. They did run this down to me. No, the universe doesn't do that. The universe is cumulative. The universe goes, what are they most often focused on? Maybe today they were focused on it. Yesterday they were focused on it. Day before that they were focused on it. Day before that they were focused on it. They were focused on the same thing all the time. Now, some people that are going through a hard time in life tend to be focusing on the same thing as well and getting more of it. So sometimes when people are going through a really hard time, and it takes them a while to get out of it. Why? Because that's what the universe sees them focused on. Because they wake up thinking about their problems. They think about their problems all throughout the day. They never let go of thinking about their problems. Well, guess what? The universe sees that. The universe is like, oh, okay, that's what they're focused on. That must be what they want more of. Okay, so it's cumulatively, what are you focused on? Now, the reason why I'm making such a big deal out of that and pointing to that is because I'm getting ready to let you know that it is very important that you be able to be tenacious when it comes to using the law of attraction and manifesting. Meaning, I need you to not have the attention span of a gnat. Meaning, I need you to not just work on it today and then that's it. Because unless you got some amazing power that I don't know about, that's not going to cut it. Unless you're some enlightened Buddha that is at such a high vibrational level that you can do that you can just think about it one little time and it's going to manifest, then no. You get ready to every day spend some time focusing on it. Now, okay, let's shift to the next thing, because that will literally brings us into the next thing. Okay, I know there's a lot of you that love affirmations. Affirmations are good because you're reinforcing to your own mind what you want to be true. For example, if I say, I have great clairaudience, and I'm telling myself that several times a day, every day. Yes, that is going to help me to actually develop and have great clairaudience. And I actually did do that. I actually did use something similar to that, an affirmation that was, for that reason. And yes, it did work. But in this case, we're talking about manifesting. Manifesting needs a little bit more than that. Now, I'm not saying don't use affirmations. I'm saying don't only use affirmations. Don't think that affirmations alone are going to get it done for you. No, you know the reason why? Is because, unfortunately, affirmations are great at retraining your brain how to think and to do the right positive self-talk. That's what they're great for, is making sure you have positive self-talk and that you're not accidentally having negative talk that's affirming something you don't want to be true. Such as, I never attract the right kind of man. Okay, that's the kind of self-talk you don't want to have. The proper self-talk that you do want to have is, I'm always meeting interesting guys that are right for me. Or I'm always meeting interesting guys that are financially secure and in balance with me. Or I'm always meeting positive, respectful guys that are not only right for me, but that also are interested in me. Okay, so those are good affirmations. That's good positive self-talk to have. But see, that's not going to do it for you. But it is great to use to make sure that you're putting enough focus throughout the day on what you're trying to create and what you're trying to manifest. So, I'm saying yes. Use affirmations throughout the day if you'd like to make sure you're giving this enough focus. But the reason why affirmations are not great for this is because the universe has to owe you something for you to manifest something. First of all, you've got to be owed something. Now, I'm getting into a little bit of karma here. Like for everything, let's say for everything positive that you do, you help somebody, you're owed something. You hurt somebody, you're going to get the karmic retribution for that. You know, so we are talking about the karmic account. That where's your karmic account at? Is it on the plus side or the negative side? Does the universe owe you good? Does the universe owe you bad? You need the universe to owe you a lot of good, right? The more the universe owes you, the better. And in order to do that, we need to put out to the universe, we need to give the universe something that it'll owe us for. And one of the easiest ways to do this, to kind of trick the system, is to put high vibrating energy out to the universe. And the way we do that is by saying high vibrating phrases. I'll give you an example of one. I am that I am is one of the highest vibrating phrases you could say. Some others are, I love you, thank you. I'm sorry is even a high vibrating phrase. So, okay, I'm going to give you one to use. This is actually a decree. And you are in control of this. You are in control of how quickly this manifests for you. You are even in control of how powerfully this manifests for you. Hey, if you want a slew of guys or girls coming your way, you're even in control of that. And what I'm going to suggest you use is the violet flame decree. And there's a reason why. Is because the properties of the violet flame decree are that it's not only very clearing, it is the only thing that I have found thus yet, that I know of, other than hard work, that will clear karma, that will clear negative karma, that will also speed advancement. And when I say speed advancement, I literally do mean speed advancement, or speed the process of anything up. And of course, if you're trying to manifest, look, most people manifest slowly. So, of course you could use this. You want to speed up this process. You don't want to be working on manifesting the love of your life and it take 6 months to a year to happen for you. No, you want this to happen fairly quickly. So the violet flame decree is perfect to use. Okay, the more you do it, the more you're going to get. Think in that way. The more I put into this, the more I'm going to get. The faster I'm going to get it. So you're in control of that. So if I say to you, start by saying the violet flame decree repeatedly 15 minutes a day, while you are focused, imagining, visualizing what it is you're trying to create. Meaning, imagine seeing yourself with your significant other that's going to come to you. Imagine being at dinner with that person, holding hands across the table. Imagine various scenarios. If it helps, put some music on that is like your favorite music that usually affects you, so that you can really emotionally get into it, because emotions is an important part of manifesting, is an important part of the law of attraction. You also have to have that emotional aspect. You have to be able to feel it. Emotions are the key. And yes, even negative emotions as well. I can recall getting frustrated and slamming my fists against my steering wheel because I was so frustrated and tired of my car acting up. And guess what? You know, I had been working on manifesting a new car, but guess what? In 2 days, I had that new car, and it was exactly what I had been visualizing in my in practicing manifesting. It was amazing. But I am not telling you to use negative emotions to manifest faster. The reason why is because if you're expressing negatively, then that type of energy, of course, is going to affect you. It's like negative energy running through you, and using it has to run through you. So it's not a good idea. So listen to your favorite music, something that puts you in this really good emotional place, while you're saying the violet flame decree. If you can do this. If you can't listen to music at the same time while saying the violet flame decree, well, then do it separately. Spend a period of time saying the violet flame decree repeatedly while you're imagining and visualizing all these different situations that you and your significant other that's going to come to you are going to be in. Even go as far as to imagine living in the same household with them. Maybe imagine waking up in the morning next to them. Maybe even imagine, marrying them, standing before them. That's if that's what you want eventually. If you don't, then you don't have to imagine this. But imagine you're seeing yourself getting married to them. Imagine it also from different viewpoints. It's okay to see it, but if you can actually see it from your viewpoint, meaning you are looking at them versus you looking at the two of you, that's even better. So, okay, now I've kind of almost given you everything that you need to do, but this is something that's important. The more time you put into this, the faster you are going to manifest this. So if you really you're looking to make this happen quickly, then that's the more time you should put into it. That's the more time that you should be spending repeatedly saying your violet flame decree. So yeah, I had given the example of saying it 15 minutes repeatedly, but no, you might want to do it as much as you can out loud. It is important that you say it out loud as much as possible. When you can't say it out loud, still be saying it in your head. Even if you're not... Okay, I'm going to try to explain this the best as possible. Okay, when I'm able to, I am saying the violet flame decree and imagining, visualizing what it is that I'm creating, right? Okay, let's say I'm like, oh, I gotta go out and I gotta run errands. And I'm going to a few different stores, and I'm in the car, I'm driving. Okay, well, I'm still saying the violet flame decree either out loud or silently to myself. Now, at those times, though, I may not be doing the whole visualizing and imagining, because obviously, while driving, it's difficult. So there are going to be times when you're still saying the violet flame decree. Why? Because the important thing is the universe needs to owe you something. If it's the only thing you remember from everything I said, you'll be able to do this. The universe has to owe you something. If it doesn't owe you anything, I don't care if you do everything right when it comes to the law of attraction and manifesting. You can do everything else right. If the universe doesn't owe you anything, you're not going to manifest anything. So the most important thing is the universe has got to owe you something. And the way to trick that is to send enough high vibrating energy out into the universe so that it owes you something. So the more you can say the violet flame decree repeatedly, then the better. So you might start with saying it 15 minutes a day, or you might start with saying, well, here and there throughout the day, I'm going to do a little bit at, like 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 15 minutes there. So cumulatively, you've said it a lot. When you're not saying it and focusing on imagining and visualizing, at least still be saying it in your head as much as possible. I've just given you a really big tip that I teach a lot of people who use the law of attraction, learned it, but are still having trouble, and this usually turns it all around for them. That and fixing their self-talk. Because that's the other thing, whenever I do coaching sessions for people and I'm helping them to adjust what they're doing so they can finally manifest what they want, that's one of the things that get in their way, is the self-talk. Because sometimes the self-talk you're doing doesn't seem negative. I'll give you an example. I asked a person, they had manifested the promotion they wanted, but in human resources there was a hang up with the money. And human resources kept telling them, putting them off and telling them, oh, accounting is having this issue, that issue. It's going to be another week. Oh, it's going to be another 2 weeks. Oh, we don't know what's wrong. And I asked them, I said, well, tell me, both her and her husband worked at the same company, and they were both getting promotions and raises, and this was a considerable increase in money for their household. So I said to her, I said, well, tell me, all this extra money you're going to have coming in, what do you plan to do with it? She said, oh, me and my husband, we're very responsible and conservative. We'll just be putting it in the bank. We won't be, spending it or using it on anything. And I went, aha, that's the problem. She's basically telling the universe, I don't really need it. I don't care if you don't actually plan to go and frivolously blow your money. You have to act like you are. The universe has to think you need it. I don't care if you do what I do and visualize and try to manifest a Maserati or a BMW. I don't care. I don't care that you're not actually going to buy a BMW, but the universe has to understand that you want that, and in order to get it, you need a certain amount of money. If you want nothing, the universe is then going to be looking at you like, don't need to float any extra money to them, because they don't want anything. If you don't want anything, what does the universe got to work hard to float you more money just to have money sitting there? The universe has, I kind of think the universe has some common sense. I know that sounds really not only funny, but like rude of me to say, and I'm sorry, but I kind of think that the universe does have common sense, and the universe kind of thinks in this just logical way and thinks, okay, well, you don't want anything right now, so I don't need to send you anything. Let me know when you do. So remember, the universe not only has to owe you something, but has to see that there is something you want that it can send you. And so I've given you everything that you would need to know to be able to manifest the love of your life. And I've taught many people to do this. I've done teaching sessions where, I've taught many people to do this and help them clean up their, negative self-talk that they didn't even realize that they were doing, and they manifested quickly. So you can do that as well, starting today. Watch for the signs, because as soon as you start doing this, synchronicity is going to begin to happen. You're going to be able to verify that it is actually working, because you're going to get synchronicity, which means it may come in the form of suddenly, every time you're out and about, every guy you pass is kind of looking at you like they're noticing, like you may feel like you're getting noticed more. I'm sorry, I keep I keep gearing this towards women, right? That's just because I'm a woman. But whether you're a woman looking for a man, or a man looking for a woman, woman looking for a woman, man looking for a man, whatever it is. Okay, so you may notice that you're getting more attention. People are noticing you more, looking at you more. That guy that passes by you, now all of a sudden they're passing by you and they're really looking at you. They're smiling at you. Maybe now they're greeting you more often. You're going to notice synchronicity. Pay attention to it, because it does help to encourage you to keep going. If you're not noticing synchronicity, then I would say question whether you're spending enough time focused, or if there's something that's getting in the way. And by something that's getting in the way, I mean, what else do you have going on in your life? If there are things you're dealing with that are weighing you down, maybe you've got financial issues, maybe you've got teenage children in your life that are just at that age where it's like arguments and fights every day, and that's got you putting out a lot of negativity. Well, the more you do the violet flame, the more you're going to negate that. So if you do have things going on in your life that you think are kind of blocking you or in the way, use the violet flame more. Let it negate that for you. It is the violet flame, violet is a color that is transmutive, meaning it can take the negative, clean it, and turn it into positive. So use it more. And let me give you the violet flame decree now. The violet flame decree is, I am a being of violet fire. I am the purity God desires. Now, if I'm not mistaken, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, I do have a video, if you search for it, where it's a video of me saying the violet flame decree, where you can say it along with me. Now, the reason why I'm suggesting that you possibly use that is because then you can kind of get the benefit and play off of my high vibrations. So what I'm saying is, if you need a little bit of help, you need the kind of like almost like a little bit of help, like, Sherry, well, let me get some use of your high vibrations, because your vibrations are higher than mine. You manifest more quickly and more powerfully. Okay, then use my video that I have and say it along with me. Or basically let me play the video and let me say it along with you to give it more power for you. So just do a search of that in my videos, and you'll find it. It's a recent video I did, but you'll find it. If you can't, go to my website, sherryspeaks.com, and contact me on my contact page, which will send me an email. If you need me to send you the link to it, please look for it first, because I don't need like 10,000 people emailing me going, send me the link. But if you can't find it, feel free to email me through my website and I'll send you the link. Okay, so I've given you everything you need to know. Feel free to comment. Let me know how it's going. Positive comments, please. I don't need any more of these comments from people telling me that I need to turn away and that I'm going to hell, and from these people that still believe in this concept of heaven versus hell. I am a very religious person. I love Jesus. I love God. I probably pray more than anybody I know, and so I don't need any more of these comments that tell me I'm going to hell because I'm a good person and I help people. Because everybody, regardless of whether you're doing it on purpose or not, everybody uses the law of attraction. It is a universal law, as in God's law. It is one of the many universal laws. So keep that in mind. You're not doing anything that is against God or that is against any religion, okay? So happy manifesting. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and of course, there's a link in the description to my donate page. Even if it's only $1 you're donating, anything is appreciated, and it helps keep everything going, helps me to have more time to be able to dedicate to doing videos, putting more things on the website. So I appreciate it. Have an awesome, awesome day. I appreciate you. I care about you. Namaste.